My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the WWE Elite Collection Wrestlemania series, Goldberg. And so here we have the Wrestlemania Goldberg posing out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories really fast. Bill Goldberg does come with 2 pairs of hands. We do get a pair of grip hands. Then we get a pair of choke slamming hands. We also get the Universal title done in its SmackDown color scheme, which does look really nice. And then we get the younger head for Paul Ellering. Other than that, Goldberg doesn't come with anything else, so let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at Bill Goldberg. Now I think Mattel has done a decent job with this figure. The likeness to Goldberg is pretty okay. It's not the best we've ever seen. I think one thing that they should have done is made his jaw just a little bit broader, because Goldberg does have a broader jaw now than he did back in his younger days, but it's still a really decent likeness to Goldberg. I do like the way it came out. As you can see, he does have the blue eyes. Something that they did do is add the 5 o'clock shadow right here, done in white. I don't know how I feel about it in white. I think if they had added a little bit more gray to it and added some color to his beard, that would look a little bit better. Because as it stands, the white kind of is a little bit light and it's kind of translucent in some areas. A little bit of darker wash would have been much appreciated right there. But overall, still a decent likeness to Goldberg, I'll give it that. So when it comes to his chest hair, I know what Mattel was going for. Goldberg's chest hair is starting to gray, much like his facial hair. But unfortunately, it doesn't really come off that great in figure form. We do have the raw ring Goldberg right here. As you can see, that chest hair pops a little bit better. This one is very, very light. So unfortunately, that is an issue I have with mine, is that, well, it's an issue I have with this figure in general, is the graying body hair. It could have been a little bit darker. I think that would have been much better than the lighter gray that we got right here. Really do like the signature tattoo that we get with Goldberg. That's of course his insignia. That looks really good and it's clean. I love when tattoos are cleanly applied, and this is no different. So really good job by Mattel. We have a look at his underside of his right arm, where we have his other tattoo, where at first looks it looks okay, but then when I bring in the raw ring Goldberg, yeah, it's not even close. They missed the mark with this tattoo. I don't know what they were thinking by not applying the black paint. Like, you can tell that this one looks better than this, and I'm honestly thinking about doing a bicep swap just so that I have this tattoo on a Goldberg with interchangeable arms. But yeah, they could have done a much better job with that tattoo, and unfortunately that's just the way it is on all versions. It's not just on mine. So that is really unfortunate. Goldberg does, of course, have his elbow pads, which do look really good on him. And then going down to his MMA gloves, which again, signature Goldberg look. Really do like these. And of course, right now I just have him with the grip hands. This is how he came out of packaging. I think a pair of fists would have also been really nice, because they do have fist hands for the MMA gloves. I don't know why they don't include them with any figure, but that's neither here nor there. You can see he is wearing the black trunks with the white trim on, and on the back we do have the black insignia with the white outline, which I think is a much better insignia than just the white insignia right here. Let me know which is your favorite insignia. Is it the white with a black, or is it the white outline? Because me personally, I like that white outline much better than just the straight black. So overall, not much to say about the rest of his ring gear. Goldberg, of course, does have his knee pads, although I'm surprised Mattel still gives him the same knee pads. Goldberg should wear a bigger knee pad on his... is it his left leg that he wears the bigger knee pad, or is it his right leg? Because he does wear somewhat of a supporter on one of his legs. I just don't remember if it's the right leg or the left leg, but he needs a bigger knee pad on one of his legs. And that's one thing Mattel just never gets right when it comes to modern day Goldberg, is that he has a bigger supporter pad on one of his legs. The feet are done, or his calves are done really well. They're the muscular calves that we've seen before, so there's there's not really much to expect. And then of course he does go down to his ring boots, which of course are just straight black. Really traditional for Goldberg. There's nothing special about that. So overall, this is a pretty decent figure. I do like the way he looks. He could be better. I would have preferred the roaring head over the calm head, but that's just me personally. I think the roaring head looks better than the neutral head, but like I said, that's just my opinion. You guys might actually think this one looks better, and that's perfectly okay. That's your opinion. I just really wish that he came with the roaring head. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Goldberg compared to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Goldberg posing next to an Ultimate Edition's Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. And so here we have the WrestleMania Goldberg posing next to the Elite Raw Scale Ring Goldberg. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's move on to Goldberg's articulation. Now he does have the standard Elite articulation, which is a ball joint here at the head, which he can look up to about right there. Wants to look down. I don't know what's going on with his head. It locks up. Mine locks up in some points. I don't know if it's the peg, but I can't turn his head anything past that, but I can turn it that way. And now I can't move it down. There's something going on with the neck on my Goldberg. I don't know what it is, because he can tilt his head to one side, but not the other. Oh, I just heard a crack. I just heard a crack, and I'm not too happy about that. Okay, his head is still on. Yeah, there's something going on with his neck. It's almost like that joint that... Oh, there was some rubber banding right there. I don't know if you guys saw that, where his head just forced itself back into position. Yeah, there's something going on with the neck on my Goldberg. I honestly don't know what it is, but there is something that just makes his head lock in certain poses. But anyway, yours might not have that problem. Mine just happens to have that problem, so that is unfortunate. But he does have ball joints in the shoulder, which do go out to the side, go all the way around, no problem, not at all hindered by anything. We have a swivel here at the bicep. Feels really, I don't know, it feels like I'm tearing the peg by rotating that, but it's not coming off, so yeah, that's a little bit weird. We do have a single bend in the elbow, and because he does use a really ripped bicep, he never would have got 90 degrees, but even though he has an elbow pad, he still gets pretty decent range. He does have swivel hinge at the wrist, and that works no problem. He does have an ab crunch, which does go back to about that far, goes forward to about that far, no problem. Really, really nice joint there. It's kind of stiff, but it's a stiff in a good way, and I like that. He does have rotation at the waist. Legs do kick forward to about there, kick back, out to the side, no problem. We have a thigh swivel up high, double bend at the knee, swivel at the boot. We have a hinge in the ankle, which goes back, pinching my finger, ouch, goes back, goes forward, and then of course we do have forward facing pin, or not forward facing pin, but we do have rocker ankle on Goldberg. So overall, really good range of articulation on Goldberg. I'm a little bit concerned about the head on mine. I think that... Oh, it's stuck there. Yep. It's stuck and it doesn't want to rotate now. So I'm going to have to heat that up because I don't want to risk breaking this figure. So what we're going to do now is actually heat his head up a little bit, and then we'll move on to my final thoughts. And so here we have Goldberg pose for my final thoughts, and overall I really do like the way this Goldberg figure came out. Despite the issues I have with it, I'm pretty sure that's just quality control issues that I just was unfortunate to get with my figure. I don't think yours is going to have the same issue with the neck or the arm that mine is having. That's kind of serious issues. It doesn't feel like it's going to break, but it's still one of those cautionary things where I don't want to mess around too much with it because I'm scared that the head will actually snap off, and then if it does, that's going to be a really big pain getting this figure replaced. But overall, I'm really happy with the way Goldberg came out, and it's really nice to have an updated Goldberg. Even though this attire is really outdated, Goldberg did move to the more shorts for wrestling, which is a little bit odd because I've always pictured Goldberg in trunks. But yeah, this is a really nice figure to own, and it's the first figure that we get with the blue Universal title. So if you do need that in your collection, this Goldberg is a must-have. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other WWE videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.